Lisa B always sent a video. I'm going to try to cut it because you can still see her grandson's face in it. And I know her grandson doesn't mind, but I would like to show it. But I'd also like to cut his face off because I just don't want people doing what people do, right? Because they're animals. So let me see if I can do this. We'll just show you this.
How tall are you now?
5'9" already. 130. So he can't bend over by being in his current condition. But I truly believe in this kind of condition, this would be able to. So I did want to say that we are testing the theory. It's hard with a live subject because the pickle bag to be used would not be in the realm of the theory of a live subject. So, you know, it's a little bit different when you're not dealing with, when you're not fighting muscles and stuff like that. Because they will give you permission to go through the house. You don't need permission to go through the old house down by Yogi Bear. Just go up to the police station and bring some cadaver dogs. And I keep wondering, you know, that brings us back to another conversation, Rochelle. It's like, why did they leave that camper at the Yogi Bear campground in a different state for so long when Chris was adamant that he had to go back and get his damn camper? It took 17 hours to get it, but now he doesn't mind just leaving it willy-nilly anywhere. Does anybody find that problem? Why in a different state? You would think that if somebody wasn't staying in a camper, why would they be paying the money monthly to keep it there? It doesn't make sense. Donna B, that doesn't set in for 8 hours, okay? Rigor starts setting in, and it's Riker. Riker starts setting in 8 to 10 hours. So as long as you're doing it before that, then you're fine. Now, for example, when Chris would have, if you know, with this theory, if a person would have went back after stashing the subject somewhere, then you could possibly deal with even I gotta look at something. But either way you look at it, Riker sets in and also goes away. So it's not there forever either. So if they were able to do it within that 8 hours, and he sat somewhere, by the time, like say, several days later or a week later when Chris went back, that would have been gone. So yeah, you're right. But that's why it's important to act quick. And it sounds like they did act quick. I mean, if you look at even though there's no direct evidence, we didn't see all this go on, but let's look at the facts. She was on the phone with her husband at 9:43, which many people believe that this is when something probably major happened inside the house. That's why she had the 3-hour conversation. He comes back. So that's 3 hours, 3 hours. So you're right, you're getting right there. By the time that they started, you know, say this 3:30, that's when the neighbors say that they estimate that this car pulls up and lights come through. You know, it makes you wonder. Just makes you wonder a lot. But the car was only there 3 to 5 minutes, according to the neighbor, and that it was there between 3:30 and 4 o'clock because the clock on the camera was broken, and it was positioned at the same time. But they could tell based on how long it took for the garbage truck and the school bus to come through the neighborhood. That kind of gauged them when they believed that this happened. They had a 30-minute window of 3:30 to 4 o'clock in the morning. And if we believe that this would have happened at, say, right before 10, then he would probably start stiffening up. Again, I don't want, this is a theory, this is not fact, okay? You'd have rigor starting to set in. You know, you'll start seeing the stiffening of the muscles and stuff like that. But I would presume that he would have probably been taken care of or put somewhere during the cleaning process, and they weren't fighting with that at that time. But that would still be under that window of 8 hours from the time we saw the light source on the outside of their home, from the time that the, our behavioral aspect of this true crime genre, you know, they would think that this would have happened right around 10, and so you're talking about 3:30 in the morning. You're 6.5 hours. You know what I'm saying?